Secret in the Springs is the cutscene that keeps on giving. Every time I've come to rewatch this scene, I always have something new to talk about. You'd think a cutscene like this would mostly be an excuse for fan service. In reality, it's actually a good character building moment for the 3 leading ladies of the group so far. It's a very charming cutscene, I think. Outside of the heart-to-hearts, it's pretty uncommon for a cutscene in Xenoblade to focus mostly on characters talking to one another, or just hanging out. I think it is especially lovely for Nia. Nia always comes across as sort of distant from everyone, so it's nice that she's able to talk with fellow Blades. The environment she was in earlier, with Torna, I can't imagine was the most positive environment to be in. It's nice for Poppi as well, who gets to be around some proper Blades. Although I think Poppi is a little insecure about her artificial blade nature. There's this really funny bit where she looks down at her chest after seeing Mythra. But it's kind of sad as well, you know? I think there's a consistent theme of Poppi looking up to Pyra and Mythra, as well as Rex, obviously. I think this little scene is just a reflection of that. One of the earliest reflections I can think of, actually. So I think of the 3 characters here, Poppi is the least interesting of them. I think most people know what Nia's deal is in this scene, but spoilers for, I think, Chapter 7 it was, if you don't know. Nia's nature as a blade is foreshadowed here, but I think there's a bit more to it than just that. In Uriah, it was shown that Nia is very afraid of her nature as a blade, and very ashamed of it, since she didn't want to transform into her blade form, even when Van Damme's life was on the line. So I think it was quite powerful that Nia was willing to get into the hot springs, even though it would show off her core crystals to everyone there. It shows a certain level of strength for Nia, even before her big reveal. I think it also shows her being more comfortable with drivers and other humans, especially after her experience with Torna. If anything, if Jin is everything to go by, then Torna seems to be fairly anti-driver, and I imagine a lot of that seeped into Nia. It's a small part of the great tapestry that is Nia's character arc in this game. But I'm really glad it's here. This trust is reciprocated by Mythra, who is also happy to be herself around Nia and Poppi. I don't think Mythra has as many holds-ups about being herself as Nia, but she's also been around for way less time than Nia, and I imagine she barely knows the group. Well, I'm sure she has Pyra's memories to go off of. Though, I have to mention this. I think it's simply hilarious how the first thing Mythra does after being, woken up from dormancy is get mad at Rex for waking her up.
Why?
Huh?
Why did you wake me up?
Huh? What?
I didn't want to wake up. I didn't want to come back. I left everything to her so I'd never have to use that power again.
Go back to Pyra, and then when she sees the hot springs, she's like, wait, these hot springs are cool, I want to go. And she switches to Pyra to go to the hot springs.
When I told her there was a hot spring here, Mythra was dead set on trying it out. So, here I am.
I'm glad there's no hard feelings, at least. This scene acts as Mythra's proper introduction after her rude awakening at Uriah. Pyra is happy to introduce Mythra. She acts awfully casual about her existence. I just think it's great how Xenoblade 2 is just so normal about plurality. This goes for practically every scene featuring Pyra and Mythra together. They're always treated very respectfully, and they're often treated as pretty normal by the cast. I'm pretty envious, to be honest. Yeah, it's glad to see Mythra enjoying herself after, you know. On a recent viewing, I noticed Nia had like a little water droplet on her head, and she was saying that Pyra and Mythra sharing memories is interesting. This scene just keeps on giving, doesn't it? Though I'm not entirely sure what to make of this water droplet, honestly. Do any of you guys have any idea? The rest of the cutscene acts as a proper introduction to Mythra, as well as Pyra and Mythra's situation as two people in one body. Nia's pretty quick to ask questions about them, asking whether they can just switch whenever.
Can you just switch whenever? With Pyra? Of course. Our memories are shared, so it doesn't matter that much who takes control.
Oh, sounds pretty handy.
And Pyra and Mythra are more than happy to answer that question. We're reintroduced to Rex soon after, who seems to take Mythra's being there as quite well. He doesn't seem to hold a grudge for Mythra being so upset about being awakened in Uriah. That shows a certain level of kindness for Rex, doesn't it? I'm a little envious myself. Mythra seems to have some worries about whether she'd get on with Rex. The first thing she asks him is whether he'd rather Mythra be Pyra, but Rex is quite happy to meet Mythra as well, which I find really sweet. I know Mythra has a lot of self-loathing, so it's nice that she has someone that accepts her. I think the way she talks with Rex is pretty realistic for a system as well. Even though someone else in the system might know someone, it's a bit different when it's a different headmate, you know?
Hey, can I ask something?
You need permission, though?
Do you mind if I stay like this for the time being?
Like this? You mean as Mythra?
It hasn't been long since I woke up, and this is all new to you. We need time to adjust to using my power.
Pyra and Rex's relationship at this point is pretty different to Mythra and Rex's relationship. I like that the game highlights that subtly.
She and I talked it over together. Mythra's power is much stronger than mine, but it has its limitations. It can be difficult to use in tight spaces. It might be best if you get used to using her in different situations.
When Pyra switches in to talk to you, Rex, about Mythra's power, she seems a lot more confident in Rex, less worried about what she says, less shy perhaps. Of course, Rex is a good boy and is happy to talk to Mythra as well, although even he finds it a little awkward to meet the two. That's just how it is with new people. On the balcony, you can kind of see Rex and Mythra bonding in real time. They even get to the point where they can have a bit of banter.
What's that supposed to mean? I don't see how I'm any different from her, really.
Really? You can certainly be more touchy sometimes.
Well, that's just who I am. What do you expect me to do?
You see what I mean?
What's that smile for?
No, I just thought it's been fun lately. A lot's happened since meeting Pyra. And now I've met you too.
You know, Mythra's standoffish at first, but she's sweet deep down. Rex seems like he's able to get to that sweetness quite quickly. In general, I think it's interesting how Xenoblade 2 treats Pyra and Mythra as a sort of in-between. An in-between of being two completely separate people and being one person. Again, that's sort of how it is as a system. Sharing a mind and especially memories makes it that way. This is more of a wider Xenoblade 2 thing though, so I'll elaborate more if I ever redo that Plurality in Xenoblade video. I find Rex mentioning to Mythra about bad experiences having their bright spots interesting. That kind of blind optimism from Rex, that's something he never really lets up with throughout the game.
A lot of that stuff can't have been easy, though. So why the smile?
Even rough patches can be valuable experiences. Is that weird?
Given Mythra's experience, it must be nice having someone thinking so positively. It's probably why they get on so well, isn't it? And that's Secret in the Springs. As fun as it is to joke about the, hot springs cutscene in Xenoblade, it is a genuinely sweet cutscene. There are a lot of cool character moments and foreshadowing. I'm not sure I'd class it as one of my favourites, but it's definitely an underrated cutscene. It'd be nice if it wasn't so overlooked. Okay, but being honest, it's the first time we're introduced to the Aegis duo, and seeing such a good plurality representation kind of slayed me, honestly. I guess I wish more people were more normal about plurality like this game is. I'm totally jealous of everything, aren't I? I guess I'll see you all later then. This has been Mimi, and I'm out.